Hey guys, it's Randomizer, Gamer Crazy Goober here, and today we're gonna be talking about a picture that I took, and yeah, and I'm just gonna be telling y'all, I'm just gonna be saying this. It is pretty disturbing, pretty terrifying in my opinion. Yes, this is a sign to a strip mall area. Oh no, I think it is a strip mall actually. And also this photo that you're actually looking on the screen right now, you're looking at this on the screen right now. I actually took a picture of this photo in my head. So the photo that you're looking at right now is actually like the quote unquote photo you're looking at y'all probably looking at right now is actually a recreation. So this is a recreation of the sign that I saw. Like of what I saw on that sign. So the purple. So this was during this month. So it's just walking, just minding my own business, walking as usual. I was walking home from something, I think, or I was walking to something, and I encountered this sign. I go to the strip. Spoiler alert. I go to the strip mall basically every day. You see that sign that's to a strip mall, and I go to basically every day, or every other day at least, or maybe even once a week, maybe. But I was just walking, minding my own business. I eventually encountered this sign, and I bumped into it, and something grabbed my attention, but not in a positive way. It was actually a cryptic in a cryptic and disturbing way. So you see the purple on the screen right now. Again, there's a recreation. This is not actually what the sign. So the sign actually looks a lot newer than the one that I actually encountered. That was off camera. So this sign right here is a lot older and more beat up looking than what you're seeing right now. And of course, duh, I had the purple and black in, but the purple is would be. So the purple is an encrypted code. So I bumped in. So I encountered this sign. I bumped into it, and I saw this like encrypted looking code, like all the letters basically. Like what I mean by encrypted code is I mean basically. What I mean by encrypted code is basically a word that looked off, like a word that looks off to me, and actually the word looked like the word expressions, which actually in that strip mall there was a hair salon named Expressions, but either the sign fell off or they went out of business or they closed down in that area. Because at first I thought there was no store named Expressions. This place it is definitely not a franchise, and I just looked it up. I just looked it up right now, but yes. So it's the Expression store is probably not a franchise. A franchise is what I looked up so far. And sorry, I'm just cracking my knuckles right now. But anyways, but back to the video. Anyway, so I saw this and I'm like, this is out of place. It's very creepy to to say the least. And and yeah, so this place, or this word was definitely creepy and out of place for the sign. The sign, I think, over the years probably went, they were trying to update the sign, but I guess over the years it went into disrepair, and it just went a little wonky, I guess. So yeah, but how did they? First of all, when a sign goes into disrepair, how does? So I know it was at Expressions Hair Salon. Expressions is a word. It's not. It's just EXPRESSIONS. But what I saw is all the letters were in random places, in random positions, and they were all reorganized to be disorganized. And they all made some type of code-like structure that was first of all, how can a sign, first, and also, from the original sign that I saw on Google Earth, how did it, I don't understand. First of all, it changed positions because the expressions were used to be higher up on the sign, but when I saw it, it was much lower on the sign, and it just didn't really make sense to me, and the words were all messed up. First of all, how did it get like that? I don't understand how, I don't understand when the construction crew come over or what time, or I don't even know. I really know jack about construction, but I can tell you right now what I saw was pretty weird, and nothing really adds up about this whole situation. Nothing really adds up or makes sense about this whole scenario. How a sign could get like this. I don't understand how a sign can go into disrepair this way. How how the positioning of the words can change, how everything can get scrambled and flipped around. It really doesn't. It ain't. It really overall it really doesn't make no sense to me. So it just make no sense, man. It ain't make no sense. And I just, and also something, this is another red flag I noticed, and that is I've seen construction workers outside. I think in the more recent months, I've seen construction workers in the strip mall, like in the parking lots, and they see that sign every day, but they don't do nothing about it. It stays the same. Nothing really changes. They haven't seen that weird ass word on the sign. It's still there, and I don't freaking understand, dude. I don't know what that is. I don't know how that encrypted code got there, and it's definitely encrypted. It's an encrypted code, by the way. I know that for a fact, because a word cannot, how do you expect me to believe that the sign, it magically, when it went into disrepair, it moved the positions of the categories of the store names on it. It basically moved the store name, all the store names in that strip mall area named on that sign, moved areas across the sign, and the Expression store on the billboard cover moved. It moved positions, like the letters of that word moved positions. And what a coincidence! They moved it so it looks like a weird-ass code to something. Like, that doesn't make any sense, and nobody's even bothered to fix it. Oh, oh, oh. Oh boy. I wonder what the mayor thinks. I wonder if the mayor is ever, or the mayor of this town. And by the way, this is in Pennsylvania. But by the way, I'm not telling you where in Pennsylvania. You know, I'm just not going to tell you where. But this is in Pennsylvania. I wonder what the governor of Pennsylvania, if they drove by this, would say about it. Like, this is just. I know what I would do. I would want it changed immediately. Like, I would want it changed almost immediately, because that could be problematic. That could scare people. I don't understand why people aren't getting concerned or scared over this. Now, I have a couple theories on this code. And again, I still don't know why. I have no theories on why it was put there. I have no theories on why it was put there. I don't even know how that happened, but I have some theories on what that code really means. So I guess I'm gonna get into some science real quick. So basically what I think that is, and this is gonna be related to another video that I'm gonna make in the future on. Not to spoil anything about my channel, but like on what's gonna happen, on what videos are gonna pop up in the future on my channel. Not to spoil that part, but I have some theories. You know, I believe this code is some kind of mysterious. This code is basically a way to detect or tell mysterious creatures to come back to this Earth. Like, I believe it's an SCP warp code. It's warping maybe aliens to come onto this Earth. And I think there's definite, and this might have something to do with Area 51 and what the government and the United States is hiding from us overall. So I think this might be some mysterious code or hint on what's going to happen to aliens, SCP, and overall, maybe even Area 51 in the near future. So I think this could be an SCP code bringing SCPs to Earth. I know there's probably been some spottings of some suspicious people, suspicious looking people. And probably of some SCPs, I assume. Excuse me, all. Anyways, I think there's been some spottings of some suspicious-looking people / things on this Earth, or in the USA even. So I've definitely seen videos on some spottings of some mysterious-looking creatures / humanoid figures. So maybe this code has something to do with that. I don't know. I mean, that's what I think. I think it's some warp code to get creatures or aliens or supernatural things to on this Earth, to come onto this Earth. That's what I think the code is doing to them, quote unquote. Well, it is an encrypted code, kind of. I mean, no, never mind. It definitely is. Definitely is an encrypted code. I just need to figure out. Hopefully, Again, I believe it has something to do with Area 51 or mysterious creatures, for that matter. I'm going to discuss that in another video coming up in the near future. But for now, I still have some unanswered questions, or there's still thought bubbles ringing in my head that are just triggering me, and there's still alarm bells going off. and I still have some unanswered questions, and I want to know why. First of all, why did they let this happen? Why did they let this happen? Why does nobody know about this? Why does nobody know about this? Like in my area, why is this ignored? Why isn't this fixed? What even is this? How did how did this happen? How did once a beautiful expression sign posted on that sign? How did it teleport from the top part of the thing to the bottom part of the sign? Now, actually, the more I talk about it, the more I think maybe they moved it and I didn't notice it. I mean, I didn't, back in like 2017, 2016, 2015, when I first knew about that sign and place that's just behind Wilson Farm Park. But when I I wasn't there. I just started, taking trips up to there and walking up to there. So maybe I didn't notice. Overall, maybe I didn't notice that, that they changed some things about that sign, and maybe they put the expressions thing all the way down to the bottom. But that also leads me to one anyway. But that also leads me to one final unanswered question about that word that moved on the sign. First, so here's my final unanswered question. How did it change color? How did why and how did the letters on that word manage to move and flip positions magically out of nowhere? Was it designed that way by some weird human? Did it magically happen out of nowhere by some god or a ghost, or does it lead down a bigger, deeper, more mysterious rabbit hole than we ever imagined or thought of? Well, I probably won't, or I probably will never ever find out. And to be honest, as I'm talking about this, I probably don't ever. I probably don't ever, at this point, never want to find out. See ya. Bye. See you in the next video.